Alright, welcome back to Final Fantasy. Let's continue where we stopped. Let's see, Mion has information on a new task. So you're not averse to taking a little trip? Wonderful. As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventurers Guild in Uldar. Once you arrive, seek out Momodi, the proprietress of the Quicksand. Think of her as the Sultanate's version of myself. Chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger, but I have every confidence that you will pull through unscathed. Now off you go, and good luck. Can we just teleport? Ooh, that's 462. Probably will be cheaper to use the airway service. Yeah, 420 gel, yeah, it's way cheaper, so let's just do it. Okay, let's it should be good. I think let's go to the Hastings Strip. Looks like we probably took the okay, hold on, let's take a look at our journal here. Yeah, we are at the Quicksand. Welcome to the Quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now, but if you wouldn't mind showing yourself to... Judging by your determined expression, I take it you ain't here for ale. Are you called Daft by any chance? Yeah. Unless the Mion sent word that you'd be reporting for duty, she also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all the way here to listen to my prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started, so let's talk business, shall we? Okay, let's see. I guess maybe we can take the mask. Okay, so see, Momodi is waiting to brief you on your task. The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. Another second under the sun and I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale, if you'd be so kind. Excellent timing, Papa Sean. It just so happens the adventurer who'll be handling your petition is here. So this is the winsome lass. So this winsome lass is the much-lauded adventurer, is she? Marvelous. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Papa Sean, formerly of the Sultan's Sworn. I thank you for agreeing to lend us your aid. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Amajina and Sons. Give me a second. At Amajina and Sons Mineral Concern, it relates to an unfortunate development at Copperbell Mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are of the clan known as the hecatonchires, fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Thorn dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which has served to imprison them and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well. The people of that age used the hecatonchires to work their mines. By way of enchanted helms, they were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will. But as often the way in such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the hecatonchires, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels. So it was that the great giant revolt was ended. Buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well, now that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copperbell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said the mines were being reopened so as to meet the rising demand of building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. To think the poor creatures were still alive and kicking up to 3 centuries, that's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There'll be no mining at Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task which we would have you undertake. I'll not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. God bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure it is for the best. In case you don't know, Copperbell Mines are in Western Thanalan. Do take care, you hear? Oh, and one last thing before you depart. An employee of Amajina and Sons is presently at the quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Mesa, and he knows Copperbell Mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. Okay, so we're heading to Western Thanalan. Looking for Painted Mesa? You found him. So you're the adventurer who's volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copperbell, are you? You've got gone nuts? You've got guts, miss. I just hope you've got the skills to go with them, cause the things ain't pretty down there. The hecatonchires left the place in a right state and a nary week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the second UI dynasty was still young, and it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for rebuilding efforts, the concern would never have thought to reopen it. We knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under mountains worth of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to a halt, for want of aught to build with. The stone torches are keeping watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of the nation's resting on you, friend. Best of luck. It does seem as though we might be going into another dungeon. I'm not sure. Okay, so up here is Central Thanalan. I'm assuming Western Thanalan will be in this direction. Okay, let's just try to get through here and see if we can find Western Thanalan. I just had to do it. I want to see if this giant tortoise actually has any... Does he give any loot? Apparently not. I'm thinking we really need to get ourselves a ride very soon to make all this trotting back and forth much easier. I'm gonna stick to the western side. Let's take a look at our duty here. Okay, so we need to head back. We're actually not heading in the right direction. But before we do that, let's add this etherite to the map. Okay, this one was easy to find. I guess it was not as hard as when we were trying to find the previous one. Okay, so we tuned to that one. Now let's head back and get to start the mines. There's been an incident inside Copperbell Mines. We're here to ensure that its effects are contained, but for your own safety, I suggest you stay well away from here. You're the adventurer who's volunteered to quell the hecatonchires? I didn't think that Papashan would be able to find someone so quickly, if at all. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see to them, the better. Make it as best as you can and enter at will. Okay, let's see. The duty finder has been updated with a new regular duty. Let's see. A dungeon or trial will be selected at random from among those. No, that's not what I want. Alright, abandoned once purged of ore, Copperbell Mines lay untouched for nigh on to 3 centuries until Amajina and Sons Mineral Concern reclaimed the shafts. The guild site set on expanding the mines downward in an attempt to tap yet undiscovered veins of valuable metal. Unfortunately, was not riches the powder kegs uncovered, but sheer terror. For when the smoke cleared, outpoured an army of raging giants from the darkest recesses of the mines. The hecatonchires, thralls of the lost Throne dynasty, were at last free from their lightless prison, 300 years of hate fueling their madness. Okay, so let's select this one. And let's join. Okay, so we've joined the queue. We've joined the queue to take on the Copperbell Mines. The average wait time is 7 minutes, it says. But we'll see to that. In the meantime, let's take a look at our character. And then... Okay. Now in this area we can probably do some mining. Okay, let's do that. So now we're prospecting. 354. That's really long. But let's do some mining while we wait for the dungeon to get ready. Oh, okay, we're ready. We're ready. So, let's commence, and I'm gonna take a break. We'll be right back when the dungeon starts. Okay, we'll be right back.